Mic check, 1, 2.
Welcome to Sound Check on MC22 from the Riff next to Classic Rock Coffee Company in Springfield, Missouri. I'm your host, Brett Johnston, and today our guest is Lancaster Station. Let's start with a song. Here's 3.7 billion men in the world.
You say someday I may find myself living all alone. I'll be weeping and crying, feeling like I'm dying, 'cause you're not here at home. But you're a special kind of lover, I'll never find another that'll do all the things that you do. Well, I just have to laugh 'cause I've done all the math, so let me share a little love with you. With 3.7 billion men in the world, odds are looking good for me. You're not the only star up in the sky, not the only fish in the sea. There's a voice of other choices out there, don't need to settle on just one tree. 3.7 billion men in the world, hey, the odds are looking good for me. Everybody knows I ain't a gambling girl, I don't even play the lottery. I've always said that a bird in the hand is better than a couple in the tree. But the numbers say I'm gonna be okay, and it's safe for me to roll the dice. With so much selection, I better be good and find a boy that'll treat me nice. With 3.7 billion men in the world, the odds are looking good for me. Not the only star up in the sky, not the only fish in the sea. The earth is a great big honey hive, don't need to settle on just one bee. 3.7 billion men in the world, hey, the odds are looking good for me. Them's tall ones, short ones, slim and port ones, come in such variety. Others with tans look like Aquaman, make a girl go weak in the knees. There's some so smart they can stop your heart when talking about anatomy. 3.7 billion men in the world, hey, the odds are looking good for me. 3.7 billion men in the world, the odds are looking good for me. You're not the only star up in the sky, not the only fish in the sea. There's a forest of other choices out there, don't need to settle on just one tree. 3.7 billion men in the world, hey, the odds are looking good for me. Let me say it again so you can understand. I wanna be as clear as I can be. 3.7 billion men in the world, hey, the odds are looking good for me.
Welcome back to Sound Check on MC22. Brett Johnston here with Ron Marshall of Lancaster Station. Ron, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having us on.
Right on. Yeah, appreciate you being here and taking the time. How did this band start? How did it come together?
Well, it's a long story. I'll try and make very short. I have an ad agency in town. I've had for several years. One of the things we do is jingles. And usually when I write the jingles for clients, I go to Branson, and I had my choice of the best talent down there. And one time they brought in a singer named Sheila Davis, who has worked, I'll let Sheila tell you her background, but Sheila came in and she was the best. And so I kept using Sheila on many of the commercials that we've done around here. And then about a year ago, we're Facebook friends, she says, I'm kind of bored, anybody want to play? And I responded, I said, sure, and I figured we'd be doing, you know, kumbaya around the fire pit in the backyard. And so she says, well, can I bring my daughter? And I thought, well, okay, Sheila has this great voice, but I was kind of wondering about, you know, if the kid was any good. So she brought Sydney, and halfway into the first song, I think it was Yesterday by the Beatles, I was just amazed. She was a little clone of Sheila, and just fell in love with both their voices at that time, and so Sid was only 15. So we decided, Sheila and I said, well, let's get her out to play some gigs. So we set up we learned some songs together, and then we set up a couple of gigs far away from Springfield for free, just to see what would happen. And the response was real good, and I thought, well, maybe we could play a little bit. So we decided to start booking gigs, and here we are.
Right on. In your background, even before that, as a teenager, putting some ink on paper out in California.
Yeah, I've been playing music since a very young age, and I got with a group of kids in high school playing hard rock and starting to write our own music when we were in high school. And being that we were growing up in Southern California, we were signed to a record label, and they started sponsoring us with all kinds of gears, Marshall stacks and everything. And you know, for a couple of juniors in high school, all that fame and acclaim and everything got to be a little bit much, so it didn't last long. And pretty much went into the business world and got back into music in about the beginning of the 90s in California when modern country was starting. So we started writing songs and playing with a band, and started doing a lot of openings for Marshall Tucker and Glenn Campbell and different acts, and recorded a CD. And actually had a couple of attorneys when we were playing at Universal Studios there in California come up and ask if they could use some of my songs in the movie. So I thought, sure, you hear that all the time as a musician, but they were legit. So they put my songs in several of probably the worst science fiction B movies created within the 90s.
The best places to be, though. Kids are late night still watching those movies, eating junk food, drinking soda.
Yeah, it's not even
loving it.
It's not even the bad ones. It's the number twos, like Pumpkinhead 2 and The Hidden 2. So.
Right on, Ron. Thanks so much. We're gonna head back to the stage and hear "Can't Believe My Eyes."
I heard the talk, but I didn't listen. I got a call. I said it was a lie. Then I saw you walk in the arms of another. Shouldn't be surprised that I can't believe my eyes. Something was wrong, but I didn't worry. We'd work it out if we'd given it a try. But I had to know, while you're always in a hurry, shouldn't be surprised that I can't believe my eyes. Never bet on what you heard. You know a picture is worth 1,000 words. Talk is cheap and rumors love to fly. I made excuses everywhere while a strange cologne was in the air. Made myself believe you're in disguise. Now it seems to me that I can't believe my eyes. Now that it's done, now that it's over, I know that look before you start to cry. Oh, you'll do your best to show me that you're sorry. Shouldn't be surprised that I can't believe my eyes. Never bet on what you heard. You know a picture is worth 1,000 words. Talk is cheap and rumors love to fly. I made excuses everywhere while a strange cologne was in the air. Made myself believe you're in disguise. Now it seems to me that I can't believe my eyes. Yes, it seems to me that I can't believe my eyes.
Welcome back to Soundcheck on MC22. Brett Johnston here with Sheila Davis and Sydney Young from the group Lancaster Station. Thank you for being here and taking the time today. Right on. So in the live setting, the group performs a wide variety of kind of the American songbook and the whole songbook. Are there particular artists that you found kind of resonate with more or less whenever you're performing?
Can vary from each other?
Yeah, or favorite artists who you like to sing when you're.
Well, one of the songs that I brought into the group, which Ron had no idea, which he didn't know any of the artists, but it's called "Like I'm Gonna Lose You." It's a Meghan Trainor and John Legend song. Yeah. So that was kind of like my contribution of modern music, whereas he's more like, no, I mean like, it's just more modern. But that was kind of like my genre of music that I kind of brought in, and so that was, I like to sing that song. Mom and I do that song as a duet, so.
She does it fabulous.
Yeah, and for context, you're still in high school, and
I'm now a junior, so yeah.
And so I feel like that could lend itself to diversifying the song list and things as you guys continue to play.
Absolutely. I think individually, collectively, we just love different kinds of music. We're just kind of all over the map, and I feel like hopefully that's reflected in some of our song selection. So
yeah,
she sells seashells by the
and as mother and daughter in this group, when did you first start singing together? Is this the precipice of that?
Yeah, it is, because she's always had her like individual things where she has her shows in Branson and stuff, and I was always like younger, so I wouldn't really like be in on the show with her, but yeah, so this is kind of like the first time where we're actually doing it together, and I'm not like tagging along with her when she's doing her own shows, but yeah.
How's it been to share music with your daughter?
It's been amazing. I mean, I can't, as someone who just is very passionate and feels very connected to music, to be able to take something that I personally, care deeply about, someone that I care deeply about, to be able to experience that together is really an amazing thing. And to see how, her voice to me is so just amazing and so moving, and so I enjoy it.
That's great. And Ron had said that the first time you'd got together to sing, that you brought Sydney, and what kind of sparked that for you whenever you were thinking about that scenario and doing that?
Well, I wanted to initially just was looking for some people to connect with musically, and outside of just with more people, like viewers, and so I connected with Ron to kind of see what we could do in that way, and then just kind of as I was thinking about, what I wanted to, what do I want out of this, because I'm investing my time and energy. I kind of just started thinking about, the kids. All of my kids are very talented. They're all right. They all sing, and so I wanted to be able to give them an outlet, a platform to just kind of share their talents from time to time. So
right on. Very special. Let's head back to the stage and hear "A Crime I Didn't Do."
possession. I don't wanna seem cold, but this brand new relationship is quickly getting old. 'Cause someone before me used to run around. You think that just like her, I'll surely let you down. That wasn't me. What can I finally do to make you see? 'Cause it was some other girl from another time and another world. I'm mad and I'm sad about the bad things she did to you. But I'm getting tired of doing time for a crime I didn't do. I see you listen. I'm on the phone. You ask where I'm going and if I'll be alone. Acute paranoia from a broken heart. I can't stay around if you can't tell us both apart. That wasn't me. What can I finally do to make you see? 'Cause it was some other girl from another time and another world. I'm mad and I'm sad about the bad things she did to you. But I'm getting tired of doing time for a crime I didn't do. That wasn't me. What can I finally do to make you see? 'Cause it was some other girl from another time and another world. I'm mad and I'm sad about the bad things she did to you. But I'm getting tired of doing time for a crime I didn't do.
Welcome back to Soundcheck on MC22. Brett Johnston here with Sheila and Sydney of Lancaster Station. Sydney, where do you see music in your future? Is it something that you...
Well, I think that I've been learning guitar like little by little, so I think maybe eventually doing my own little gigs like on my own, maybe with my brother, because my brother likes to do music too, so I think maybe if we kind of work together somehow, that would be... Yeah, my cousin and my other brother, we all like do different stuff with music, but I think if we somehow work together in the future, I think that would be something that I would love to do.
We could have a hockey team or a few bands. We got
Maybe driving all in.
Yeah.
So a couple times it's come up, the Branson shows and different things. What is some of that history of yours in singing?
Wow. Well, I moved to Branson in 1998, so that's how far back it goes, and just kind of I worked at Country Tonight for a little bit. At one point they brought Johnny Lee in, and so that was kind of cool because I went from like listening to Johnny Lee on my little clock radio to like singing background vocals to some of his stuff, and then just kind of worked my way into the studio scene and did a little bit of that too. But I really enjoyed working the shows out there. It was really good time.
Very good. Well, thank you both so much for being here. Let's head back to the stage for one final song. It is Out in Hollywood.
Riding with the top down, the sun feels really good. About halfway between St. Louis and Hollywood. Another hour or two before stopping to grab a bite. With a couple cups of coffee, I can ride right through the night. There's nothing much to see except a long road straight ahead that is pointing the direction where the clouds are all turning red. I can still hear the voices of the folks that I left behind, saying, what the hell you thinking? Have you finally lost your mind? There was no use explaining, cause they never would have understood. No, that my true destiny is clearly out in Hollywood. I've got what it takes, what I'm missing I'll fake. I'm certain it will turn out good, and I'll soon be a great big star out in Hollywood. And the lanes keep increasing as I'm further into Golden State. I'm amazed at all the cars on the road because it's really late. Mile after mile driving through a sea of city lights that is hiding all the stars in the sky because it's so damn bright. Scanning the horizon for the white letters on the hill. I've got time to look around because the traffic is sitting still. And I wonder if I'll start out in a movie or a TV show. And who will be the first big celebrity I get to know? I'll simply find an agent that will help me get the role I need. Yeah. Then the people back at home will want my autograph when I succeed. I'll sleep in my car for a while, but it'll all be good. 'Cause I'll soon be a great big star out in Hollywood. Out in Hollywood. Out in Hollywood.
Lancaster Station, thank you for joining us from the Riff next to Classic Rock Coffee Company in Springfield, Missouri for Sound Check. For listings, check mc22.net. I'm your host, Brett Johnston, and until next time, remember, listen local.